What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another video here on my channel. I have several clips we're going to be going over today, so if you could hit that like button. Also, it is still September. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. At the end of the month, I will be setting my goal. Also, if you have not started to follow my live streaming channel on Kick, it is kick.com/ratstreams. Get over there, start following that as well, because I will be streaming on that pretty soon. So I would like all you guys to be involved with that as well. But I'm gonna go ahead and quit yapping. Let's get into it.
Why is it always the ugly men that stare? Why is it never the hot ones?
What the fuck? I'm gonna talk about it. I'm gonna talk about it right now. The ugly men stare at you because you are on their level. That's it. That's absolutely it. The hot guys don't stare at you because you look like this. This is what you look like. This right here. I don't know what this is. I'm not sure what's going on here. But if you're ever wondering why a bunch of average men, I wouldn't even say ugly men, just average men are staring at you, is because you look like you belong in a zoo or something. You look like you belong in a zoo.
Our generation has become so sick. We have turned the most beautiful thing, finding a partner, into something so ugly that we now think you can form a deep, genuine connection with anyone.
Stop it. Get some help.
Yeah, let's take dating advice from the hot blonde with that had the facial procedure. I'm pretty sure she's got something done and got the Botox and the tits and everything else. Let's start taking advice from women like this, because they've never had any issues, right? I honestly think it's women that look just like this. These are the worst types of women to take advice from. Okay, if you're gonna take advice, from what was she talking about, dating? If you're gonna take advice from dating, take it from the chick before, the ugly chick, because her experience would probably be lined up more with an experience of an average dude.
Billions of people in this world. You can always find someone hotter, smarter, richer, better body, taller, more fit, whatever you're looking for, younger. But you know what you're not gonna find?
What? No. Yeah,
it's called hypergamy. A lot of women, like, this is just ingrained into them at this point. This is just common knowledge across a lot of female, communities, apps, TikTok, Instagram. This idea that they can always find better, that they can always do better, even if they're in a relationship, even if they're married, even if they're seeing a guy, they always have that backup dude. Even if they're dating one guy, they're always going to have this other dude that's going to be maybe a phone call away or a text message away that she can text, and it's always going to be some guy waiting to, just the backup dude waiting in the wings so that she can, if something messes up, if, they break up, this other dude that is, maybe he might be attractive, he might make money, both. It really doesn't matter. There's always going to be a guy in the wings to catch her when she falls, so that she can choose, so that she can get on that hypergamous path to find that next level dude. Called monkey branching. They do it all the time. I'm gonna be honest, I know very few guys that have been in relationships where the woman didn't end up monkey branching at some point, where she was dating the dude, ended up fucking around on him and getting her back blown out by other men. And then, he found out, broke up with her, and then she tried to shack up with those other dudes. Did it work out? No. But in her mind, it was the perfect plan. You know what I mean?
You're not going to find that connection that you built with someone special. You're not going to find that in everyone. And that's what we are taking for granted in today's dating world. Just because you see a hotter person pop up on your screen. Building a connection is saying, hey,
But here's the issue, though. A lot of times women, by the time they leave high school, by the time they get into college, they've already had so many experiences just with experiences. They've been dicked down by so many random dudes that there's no reality where they'll be able to have any sort of meaningful relationship with a man. It's not going to happen. It's ingrained in them at this point. So for women to get on social media and tell this story that, oh, well, this is the problem with dating. Yes, we know it's a problem with dating, Men have been saying this for, I don't know how long men have been saying this. And the women are looking around like, oh yeah, it's not us. Don't blame the women. So I would like to know how they expect men to fix an issue with this situation whenever it's the women that have been doing it. It's completely insane.
Who comes by, they're not going to interrupt this bond because this bond is special and bonds cannot be replaced. So yes, you can replace the physical body. You can replace something better looking, but you cannot replace the soul connection that you have. And some of you need to just sleep on that.
All right, listen, bitch. There is no bond anymore. That's exactly what I'm trying to say. There is no bond. A lot of guys have already learned they're going to do. Okay, they're going to work on themselves in their 20s, do what they need to do, and not even worry about any of this until they're in their 30s. Unfortunately, for women in their 30s, these men are not going to be dating women in their 30s. I think that's where a lot of the anger comes from. It's just these 30-year-old women. They've hit the wall. Or sometimes it's even women in their 20s. They're like 28, 27, 28, 29, whatever. They're hitting the wall and they're freaking out. They're seeing all the men that are in their age range go for younger women and they don't like it. Well, I don't know what you expect to do about that. Trying to give women a pep talk on connection and bonding isn't going to work when they couldn't bond with a damn body cast.
Guys, I'm being so fucking serious. The next man that enters my life, he is required to take me out on 3 dates before he gets a sleepover and before he gets my clothes off. Okay, I'm being so fucking for real right now because here's the thing. As soon as you spend the night with a man, not even doing anything, they stop asking you out on dates. Then, once you sleep with them, they don't want anything to fucking do with you anymore. Which, like, whatever. I'm tired of men sexualizing me and objectifying me. Yeah, I've made it very easy for them to do that in the past, but, like, I'm done.
She's done, fellas. She's completely done. There's no more. There's no more hooking up and objectifying these women. They're completely done. She's in her 30s and she's completely done being used by all these random men that she's been letting crack her for the past how many years? You know, you got 10 years of just straight trauma that you're trying to unload on the next man. No, thank you. Completely insane.
For like 5 minutes. I miss connection. I miss having feelings. I miss being yearned for. I miss yearning. I can't just keep getting obsessed with a man for a week or two and then moving on to the next one. It's too exhausting and it's honestly like mentally draining.
That is your destiny. That is what you have chosen for yourself. You have chosen the way. You have chosen that road. You will be forever on that road. I see she's wearing a New York Jets sweater. If she lives in New York, yikes. That's insane.
So seriously, the next guy that enters my life, he has to take me on 3 dates. Not sleepovers, not hang outside his apartment. He has to take me to in-person public activity dates, whether it's dinner, whether it's going on a walk, something. I am tired of a man being like, let's go on 1 date, and then you can come over, and you can just come over every time you want to hang out. No. What happened to romance? I want romance! Anyways, celibacy era is going great so far.
Romance is dead. And then let me tell you, fella, you know how these dates are going to work out. They're going to match on some app, or maybe he'll hit up her Instagram. You know, she'll have the pictures on Instagram. And then he'll shoot a text like, hey, WYD, come over. And she's going to say, no, I'm not coming over. She's celibate. She's going to stay home. And the dude's going to say, okay. And then he's going to block her. And that's going to be her destiny. And this is the path for all sorts of different types of women today. They don't realize it. They don't understand it yet. I don't think. I think they still think that they are making the choices. Or I honestly, a part of me believes that they still think that they're making these choices and that these choices haven't already been made for them. But unfortunately, these choices have been made for them, and there's really nothing they can do about it at this point.
I'm 45 and I've been single now for 5 years. I was with my ex-husband for 20 years. We got divorced in 2020. We have 3 kids together. And I've pretty much just been single this whole entire time. And I say pretty much because I dated one man who lives in another state who was going through his own divorce. And it was very wishy-washy. It was never committed. we're mostly still to this day, we're just like best friends. But
you know what that means? That means she was cheating and then divorced when she was 40. That's exactly what that means. And he wasn't committed to her. A lot of, and I hate to say this, but a lot of times it's women that they think they're unhappy in their marriage, or they're bored in their marriage, or whatever line they want to say. They're not fulfilled. He stopped trying, whatever. You know, they grew apart. There's so many different reasons why women do, in their mind, do what they do, but none of them are valid, because a marriage is supposed to be a holy vow. It's supposed to be a holy matrimony between two people. And marriage is not treated like that anymore. Marriage is treated like some sort of piece of trash, piece of shit paper that you get that really doesn't mean much. And a lot of times these women cheat with men that are going through divorces. These men are going through divorces. They're probably already separated from their other wives. So they're cheating on these other women that are probably thinking about going through their own divorce. A lot of, what do they call it? Trauma bonding. They're getting trauma bonded by each other because they're both big pieces of shit.
Really just single. After my divorce, I was such a mess. And my first instinct was to get into another relationship, which was a really bad idea because I was a train wreck. And that all crashed and burned because I hit rock bottom in 2022. And since then, I've just been working on myself and not thinking about being in a relationship. I only was in a relationship with this other guy because he was my father's doctor. But other than that, just working on myself.
Other guy because he was my father's doctor.
Wait, you were in a relationship with a dude just because he was your father's doctor? What the fuck does that mean, dude? Is that what? That's super weird. Was he like a plastic surgeon? Is that why you got all those injections in your face? Looks like you got your lips done. Maybe you got some fat removal here. You know there's some Botox up in here. There's plenty of Botox. So you got Botox this morning. You know, these women, they don't, she probably got some down here as well, and get all this taken care of. Yeah, they go into the early morning sessions for the Botox, and then they're just in time to come back home and set up a camera for 11 a.m.
When I hit rock bottom and I was trying to date, I read this book and it said, "Are you somebody that you even want to date?" And I was like, oh my God, like I'm definitely not somebody I would even want to date. I was like chain smoking cigarettes in the backyard with my Chardonnay, like, oh God, hammered every single night. I didn't even have a job. I had extremely low self-confidence, low self-worth. I had PTSD. Like I was a train wreck, and I was trying to get into a relationship. And so that really was a light bulb moment for me. And so since then I've just been becoming, at that moment, my purpose was like to have another partner. But
why is it when people get, and I'll never understand this, I guess, because it's never like appealed to me, I guess. But when people get into those dark times, they always turn to drinks and alcohol. I'll never understand. And she said she was chain smoking cigarettes. What? That's like an after school special. Have you seen your parent doing, and she has kids. She was doing this with kids. Yeesh. I would warn any man, if you see a woman like this, don't even waste your time. This is complete insanity. You are offering a whole lot of trauma, a whole lot of drama into your life, getting involved with someone like this.
That turning point made me become the person that I would want to date. But ultimately, I stopped looking for somebody that wanted to date me, and I started just building a life beyond having a partner. And so I've been really laser focused these past 2 years, but I have to say I've never had a roster. I've only been hit on like twice. I get DMs randomly from like 20-year-olds, but like never anything worth pursuing. There's, I've been on like 2 dates. But this guy, he really, I guess it sparked something in me, which made me feel a longing for a relationship, which I haven't felt in a while. And so maybe what it did was it showed me like,
yeah, I pray for any guy that chooses to get involved with any woman like this, because even at this age, for one thing, never, ever getting married again. If you're 40 years old and you're going through a divorce, no, that is fucked up. And you got kids, no, you completely ruin your family for what? So you could cheat with some other dude that was going through a divorce? Nah, bitch, fuck you. But anyway, fellas, I'm going to wrap it up here for today. Let me know what you think. Leave me a comment. Don't forget to like the video. I like to read y'all's comments. I like the interaction in the community. I really appreciate it. Also, it is September. Let's go ahead and hit that subscribe button while you're here if you haven't already hit it. Over 80% of the viewers of my channel aren't subscribed. Don't you want to be part of the chosen few? Hit that subscribe button. I'll catch you guys later.